What's up guys, Gimme the Video Game Scientist from VG Bootcamp here, and this is Steve's Anvil Shield Break. In this video, I'm going to tell you how it works, I'm going to show you some setups so you can do it in a real match, and then I'm going to show you how to kill someone at any percent after breaking the shield. Steve's down air has 4 different damage outputs. The short hop falling hitbox that does 19.2%, the short hop landing hitbox that does 8.5%, the normal falling hitbox that does 22.6%, and the normal landing hitbox that does 8.5%. Now in Smash Ultimate, you need about 42% to break a full shield. No combination of falling and landing hitboxes do this, so we have to exploit Steve's mechanics to make this happen. If you lay a block and then drop an anvil on top of it, the anvil immediately breaks it. It has to be in the middle though. If you do it on the left or right side, it takes longer to break the block. Doing this causes the falling hitbox to go into the landing hitbox, break the block, and then immediately apply the falling hitbox damage again. This does like 50% shield damage, which is an instant shield break. This isn't a true shield break as there's a 1-frame hole between the first and second hitbox. That being said, you're either going to get a shield break or a free hit. There's no way to escape it at that point. An anvil kills incredibly early, so it's not a terrible trade-off. The main caveat I have with this shield break is the fact that the anvil has to be in the center of the block in order to break it. So you're definitely going to have to get experience and have high situational awareness in order to pull this off consistently. Also, it needs to be a dirt or wooden block or it won't instantly break. That's not a big deal though, because Steve has to get rid of all of his dirt and wooden blocks before getting to the other ones, and dirt plus wood is the most common thing he mines. Now that you know how it works, let's talk about how to pull it off. Let's start with the one I showed in the intro. If you catch your opponent shooting a lot, just full hop over them, lay down a block, and then immediately do a down air. Catching your opponents randomly shielding in neutral can be rough though, so the next setups are going to be about pressuring your opponent into shielding and then going for it. The next setup is off a grounded footstool. You just short hop footstool, buffer a block lay, and then instantly down air. When someone gets footstool, their usual reaction is to shield, so this works well. Also, there's only a 9-frame hole where the opponent can act before the anvil hits, so they have to be pretty aware of what you're going for to punish you for this. And many characters just don't have a fast enough option. Most likely worst case scenario, they'll either roll out or get hit by the anvil. Best case scenario, they'll keep shielding and you'll get the shield break. Setting up the footstool actually isn't that hard. First of all, if you get them to space poorly, you can pretty much punish any aerial with this, although it takes a lot of practice. There's one surefire way to get this set up though. At low percents, you can actually combo down throw into footstool on many characters. Most people are going to hold their shield after you down throw, hoping you drop a follow-up combo, so it works pretty well. The last setup is the most practical. When getting a jab string at low percents, the opponent's most likely action is to hold shield, hoping you mess up or waiting for the jab string to stop working. If you predict this, you can just full hop towards them after one of the jabs and do the shield break setup. The awesome thing about this setup is that in general, at low percent, if they don't shield, they get hit by the anvil twice, and it does 45.3%. Like most shield break setups, this whole thing requires you to read your opponent a bit. But I still believe this one particularly will be very viable, and we're going to see it a lot from Steve mains. And now let's talk about the most exciting part, the post shield break 0 to death. This part was inspired by Deku's setup he posted on Twitter. Make sure and give him a follow. So after you break the shield, what you immediately want to do is start mining so you get at least 2 pieces of iron for the later part. Next, push them really close to the ledge, roll towards it, and then do an instant double jump off stage. Drift back a bit, and then time the block so it drops right here and so you instantly land on it. Immediately short hop down air and buffer grab. It will connect at the ledge perfectly. When you get close to the blast zone, do a throw to ensure they can't break out early. Back throw is the best choice for this as it lasts for 23 frames. That being said, they most likely won't be able to break out early anyways. Next, the anvil will disappear and it will force a grab break even if you're mid-throw. For some reason, Steve will air release and the opponent will ground release, making them plummet to their doom. Now, there might be a way to get an air release to happen, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. For pretty much everyone, as far as I can tell, they will die at the bottom as grab releases are half a second long. Now at this point, Steve has just air released, and to recover you have to do this perfectly. Buffer a double jump towards the stage. At the peak of your double jump, minecart and buffer a jump out of that. At the peak of that jump, do a reverse up B and then tilt the stick straight up, and Steve will barely grab the ledge. I've tested this on a bunch of different stages, and as far as I can tell, it works on every single one of them, even Battlefield. That's the video. If you like it, consider giving it a like. If you really like it, consider subscribing. And if you really, really like it, consider turning those notifications on. I'm busy. I got stuff to do, so it's back to the lab with me. I'll see you guys next time.
Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again.